What's up, y'all? My name is Enoch. I'm here to inspire, motivate, and encourage you to be the best version of you that you could possibly be. I know that ain't an easy task, but let's go. Welcome back to Divine Motivation Podcast. I appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow the Instagram, Divine Motivation _. Now let's get into it. Okay. What are we going to talk about today? I want to talk about decision making. Yep. We make so much decisions in life, and I think we don't really take time to think about what we're doing and the decisions we're making. We take it for granted. Like the same time I said, we take patience for granted, where we don't really think about it. And last week we talked about being purpose driven. A lot of that comes with decisions. Now, the decisions we make, whether good or bad, we are here because of them. Where you are today is because of the decisions you make. Now, we have to get to a point where we're not just making decisions. We make them every day without thinking about them. We got to get to a point where we're actually thinking about strategically the decisions that we're making and how they affect others. I know we in a world where it's like, yo, you do you. As long as you ain't messing up nobody or bothering nobody, just do you. But is that really true? All the decisions we make affect somebody in some way, whether you know knowingly or unknowingly. So we have to get to a point where we really think about our decisions. For me, I already know my decisions affect people around me, like my wife and my two kids. I got a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. I can't just be out here just making decisions. I have to really think about the pros and cons. Before you make a decision, really ask yourself, okay, before I make the decision, did I really think out what could possibly happen? What could go wrong? I'm not saying be fearful of decision, like, I don't know. I don't want to make decisions because if something go wrong, then it's on me. Be able to weigh the cost and say, if I do this, does it benefit us? Does it benefit me? Do I hurt somebody else if I make this decision? Does it affect my surroundings? Is it a good decision? Is it a bad decision? Ultimately, you don't really know a good or bad decision until the outcome, but you should still be thoughtful throughout your decision making. You have no idea who you affect with the decisions you make. And that's why we can't take that for granted. Every day we wake up, we have to be mindful of the decisions we make. The little things, you never know who you could be affecting. I was at the gym the other day and I was going to a machine and I saw these little headphones. They were, I think, Bose, the little buds that in a little case. So I looked down and I'm like, so I asked him around, did anybody drop this? And he was like, no. And then dude looked down. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, yo, somebody lost these. Like, I know they need these. And the dude, he's like, nah, I don't know. Those are nice headphones. And in my mind, I'm like, that didn't even cross my mind. I don't care how nice they are. I know they're for somebody. So I brought it to the front desk. And you may say, oh, that's okay. But it's little decisions like that, how can I say this, are little tangible things for later on. Now, you might say, well, they lost. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm thinking it because I think deep in my decision. So I'm like, yo, this could be somebody's last bit of money they spent to buy this, or it was a gift from somebody special. I want to get it back to them. Now, the alternate to that is, what if I just took them, right? Oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's just small headphones. Now, what does that translate into? Just because I took that might lead to worse decisions in my future. See, the goal is to continue making good decisions. Let's say I take those headphones, right? Now I see something else. where I'm like, you know what? Start taking that. Start taking this. Because I'm gonna be real. When I was 10 years ago, I would have took those headphones, put it in my pocket. But because I've I've established mindful thinking and being able to make better decisions, that doesn't even cross my mind. Because once you make one poor decision, it's almost like a snowball effect. Like, okay, I did that, ain't that big of a deal. I do this, not big of a deal. Then you become a person that just constantly make terrible decisions. And you look at people and be like, yo, why would they do that? You see millionaires, sports athletes go broke. And you're like, yo, you had $50 million. How you go broke? Decision making. What was the decisions they made when they first got that check, that first big $1 million check? And they blew that and like, oh, I'm gonna get more. So now they get used to this lifestyle of blowing money. And then it snowballs into just bad decision making. Now, if you start off saying, or even if you don't start off, at some point, if you realize, you know what, my decisions are affecting everything around me. Now you're going to be mindful and say, let me think about this. Let me start making better decisions. Let me nip this in the bud right here so that later on, it doesn't hurt me, hurt my future, hurt anyone around me. We got to really start thinking about decisions we make, especially if you're trying to move into your purpose. One small decision could kill you. And we don't think about that. Just the same thing with patience. Not being patient can kill you. And we forget about these little things that are so important. Decisions are so important. My decision to have my Instagram, to make videos every single day. I decided every single day on Divine Motivation _ Instagram, I'm going to make a positive video trying to help somebody. And you never know who you can help. But I know somebody's seeing it. And man, this blessed my heart the other day. So I was at work and a dude texted me. And he said, he was from my old job. I haven't talked to him in a while. I didn't even know he was paying attention. He texted me and he said, yo, bro, you have no idea what your video has been doing for me. Like, it really helps. Like, I really appreciate your motivation. And I'm like, wow. When I tell you that hit me, like, I literally almost cried. And when I say, like, it's not about all the views, all the likes going viral, it's really about that one person. When I say that, I mean that. And when he sent that to me, I literally almost broke down crying because it's like, God, like, because of my little decision to make a video every day on Instagram, I'm actually helping somebody. And somebody said it. I knew that somebody's getting something from, but to hear from somebody that I'm not that close with, to say like, yo, that's really blessing me. Yeah, I felt full. I felt like, man, this is success. Being able to make a small decision to just make a 30-second video every single day on Instagram is helping somebody. You don't realize the decisions you make that can have an effect on somebody. You don't realize how powerful decisions are. Me doing this podcast, it was just a decision. I'm like, yo, I love motivating. I have a gift for it. I have a gift for people. I'm going to just do it. Whether it's 1,000 views or no views, I'm going to just do it. Somebody might get something from it. And from that decision, it can affect other people. So really be mindful of decisions you make. Me changing jobs. I had a great job. I was making good money. But being mindful and saying, man, I really need to move into my purpose. I really need to get there. And being able to have an opportunity within the first couple months to sit with a young man and pour into him. That decision could change his life. Because I thought out what I was going to do. I thought about the decision. I didn't just say, yo, I'm out. I was purposeful, like, man, leaving this job, I know I'm going to lose some money, but in the back end, I will gain so much more. And you have to think about those things. You can't always be money driven. Like the last episode, I talked about purpose driven, money driven. Wow, that's deep. People that are money driven, the decisions they make, I would say, not in all cases, are not fruitful in a deep sense, if you get what I'm saying. Because a lot of times, just because a decision to do certain things that make you rich, make you famous, and not always fulfilling. That's why we need to focus on the decisions we make. So how do we go about doing that? Literally, this week, I try to give you something tangible that you could work on during the week, some type of homework. This week, you're going to make decisions every single day, all day, every day. Start small. Let's say you got to go to work. Make a decision. Today, I normally get up at 5:30. I'm going to get up at 5:20, 5:25. Just an extra 5-10 minutes. And I want to see how my day goes. Little things like that. And then something might happen, something might not happen. You might see some progress, like, hold up, waking up 5 minutes early, that did something for me. I had more time for myself. I didn't have to rush in the morning. Little decision like that. Then do something else. You want to go out with your girl or whatever. Just really think about the decisions you make. Really be conscious and look at, what am I doing? Things that I'm saying. Should I say that? Should I not? Just really take time this week and think about the decisions you make. Where you are is because of the decisions you make. You can always make better decisions moving forward. The past is the past. You're here now. Think about your decisions. Think about where you want to go. Think about what it's going to take to get there. Think about the decisions you've been making and what you need to do to change that. And it's that simple. That's the episode for today. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, follow the Instagram, Divine Motivation _ And I appreciate you tuning in. This is Divine Motivation Podcast.